Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Secret Invasion Episode 3, Betrayed. In this episode, Fury uncovers the Rebel Scroll plot. This is directed by Ali Salim and written by Kyle Bradstreet, starring Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, Don Cheadle as Rhodey, Kingsley Benadir as Gravik, Emilia Clarke as Gaia, and Olivia Colman as Sonia Falsworth. This one is really interesting because we get a lot of finally of the larger plan of the scrolls, and I think fans of the comic will be rewarded with uh, just a lot of the phrasing and some of the terminology that's being used for to describe what the scrolls ultimately want to do. I think that's a lot of fun. But I will say, to me, the reason this show is successful, or at least the things that I'm enjoying the most, is more of the quiet character moments and conversations. Any scene with Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn as Fury and Talos, like just either going at it or helping each other out or talking about stuff, is great. Like it's fantastic work. They're both amazing actors. I also really enjoy seeing the flashbacks to Nick Fury's younger self and his progression to how much he really owes the scrolls that were helping him out, like how he kind of moved up in the ranks. It really explains a lot of like how Fury rose up in the ranks of Shield so fast, and and it makes sense, right? He has an incredible advantage with like super spies that can become whatever he needs them to be. Olivia Colman continues to be just fantastic in every scene that she's in. I think her role as this like MI6 director operative, it really adds a different layer to everything, right? Usually, from what we've seen in the MCU, things have kind of revolved around U.S. organizations or like the CIA or even Shield when back in the day. But this is definitely now it feels like a global threat, even if we only have really this other organization be part of it. Um, I think last episode we were left with a big question of like, is Nick Fury married to a scroll? And if so, like, what's their relationship? We get a little bit of that explanation in this episode, but I think there's still many doors to uncover when it comes to that. Yeah, I mean, this show very fast paced, really action heavy, and of course, full of really interesting comic book shenanigans for fans of the comics. I wish they would go a little harder on some of that stuff. I know it's silly, but like some of the weird, like crazy stuff that the comics have brought are what makes something like the scrolls really interesting. Hopefully they'll explore more of that in the future, or at least push the boundaries of what they can do on TV a little bit more. Um, and we get really impactful scene at the end. I don't want to talk about I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a big changing point. We also get to see that really cool scene between Gravik and Fury that we saw in the trailers, where he stabs, or sorry, Talos and Gravik, where he stabs him and tries like grabs a hold of his neck, and all these other scrolls turn into Gravik, and they play that game of like, we have you surrounded, like we're watching you at all times, and that's what makes the scrolls so dangerous, that they really can be anywhere. Even other scrolls can't tell who they are. So that's what makes them really interesting and dangerous, I think, in the MCU. So very excited to see where this goes. We are about halfway through the series, and I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's not perfect. I think it's a little clunky at points, and it it could use a little bit more leaning into like how weird the comics can really get. But I think we're gonna get that on the back half. Like it really feels like they're setting up a lot of that stuff. Maybe budget wise, they just can't go all out for every episode. So we'll see what happens then. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.